Hi, welcome to YouFix-It. Today we're going to be changing the oil on a 2006 Honda Odyssey. Many of the procedures shown apply to changing oil on any vehicle. Hopefully this will help you. Thanks for joining. Here I've got all the tools set out for the job. Got safety jack stands, oil drain pan, channel locks that I use for oil filter wrench. This is a trough that I use for draining the oil filter because it's located right above the frame, and that channels it away from the frame and into the drain pan. Helps to keep it clean. This is an air jack right here. Got the wrenches for the drain plug. We've got new oil right here, and I'm trying the new Walmart full synthetic oil. Stuff is $16 for 5 quarts, and then of course oil filter and some rags. Let's go to work. Okay, I got the van jacked up. Got jack stands underneath. Got wheel chocks behind the rear tires, and I got the emergency brake set, so all the safety precautions are taken. I got it fully jacked up, both sides with jack stands, and then I turn the wheels to expose the oil filter, which is located right there at the front of the engine. That way it's a little easier access. And now we're going to get underneath and remove the drain plug. Drain plug is located right here, and this is a 17mm hex head bolt to remove. And we're going to turn it counterclockwise, of course, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. This particular drain plug is an aftermarket drain plug, meaning it is not Honda original equipment. So it has a fixed nylon washer or seal ring on here, and this has been used multiple times, reused actually, and it is not replaceable. However, there are many different vehicles that have replaceable seal rings here, which are recommended to be replaced. This one I will not be replacing today. As I said, it has been used multiple times and it does not leak, so it works well. Here we're going to be loosening the oil filter, turning it counterclockwise, and I'm just going to loosen it a little bit. I'm waiting for the oil pan to drain out, and then I will put my trough right underneath the filter, between the frame and the filter, and that keeps the mess down. Okay, now I'm preparing the new oil filter for installation, and we're going to fill it. Because it's an inverted filter, we're able to do this. That way it is primed and ready to go for initial engine startup. Now we want to make sure that we put a coat of oil around the new O-ring. This is done on all filter applications, whether or not you are able to prime it. This helps the O-ring seal to retain a better seal. Okay, the oil has finished draining in the pan, so we're going to reinstall the drain plug. Sure it's good and tight. Pan is underneath the trough, as you can tell. And then we want to make sure that there is no gasket stuck to the filter housing. also a good idea to visually check the old filter to make sure that the O-ring seal is still in place. I've seen a couple instances where the O-ring seal remained on the oil filter housing on the engine, and the new filter was installed, called double gasketed, and initially it did not leak when the engine was started, but after the vehicle was driven on the highway and built up pressure, it blew all the oil out and locked up the engine. I'm going to visually inspect it. It looks like it is all nice and clean, so now we can install the new filter. Okay, once the filter gasket seats, then you tighten it. A little bit after that, do not over tighten, otherwise it will start leaking. Now we come to the top side, get ready to fill the oil level up. One trick that I like to do is to put the oil cap on the hood latch. That way you will not forget to put the oil cap back on the engine. I'm going to take a little gander down into the valve cover area, just kind of check to see how the condition is inside, if you got varnish or sludge or anything. Use a nice long funnel and begin the oil injection process. Now again, we're using this Walmart Super Tech high mileage full synthetic oil. This particular engine has 250,000 miles on it, and thank God it is running very well, and I wish to keep it that way as long as the grace of God blesses me. And I want to check out how this oil looks in about 2,000 miles, then 5,000 miles, so I'll be doing some reviews on that. 4.5 quarts of oil in this, and remember that I did fill the oil filter. Put the cap back on and start it up, inspect for leaks, let it run for a minute, and then shut it down and check it out. Okay, we're checking the final oil level. Okay, looks good.
Carbon deposits are a natural byproduct in any gasoline engine, which is an enemy of the engine over a period of time because it can cause problems with loss of performance, bad gas mileage, and high oil consumption. I recommend using a product called Seafoam. This you put in the engine oil and in the gasoline. It says on the back on the directions 2 ounces per quart, and run it through there, change the oil, and you can do this multiple times. I've had numerous vehicles with excessive amounts of oil consumption and poor performance, and we used this multiple times. I had one vehicle with as high as 3 quarts of oil consumption in a 1,000-mile period, and we used it numerous times, probably 10 or 15 times each oil change, and it corrected the problem. Now, this is not to say that it's going to correct your problem, but it is a very good possibility. So I highly recommend. You can get it at Menards for about $7 a can, and I recommend using this product in your lawnmower, weed eaters, chainsaws, anything that uses petroleum products. Great product to have. One last thing is to write down the next oil change due on a piece of tape, put it in your door jamb,
gives you a good reminder.
Thank you for joining us today at UFixit. Hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully it helped somebody. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you liked it. Take care and have a great day.